See, they were wicked. All of us. When Yahusha came, everybody gone astray. Someone tell me, can anyone in this class today tell me which one of those men were righteous? Who were righteous when he came? They all had something wrong. They were all doing something wrong. No difference. Listen, dude didn't have the Torah. Why do you think dude did some of the things he did? He didn't have the Torah.
We have turned everyone to his own way.
This is us today. We all gone astray. Everybody doing what they want to do, doing what they feel is right in their own eyes. Everyone going his own way. See, a righteous person have to tell you, this is all of us. One of those sheeps and wolves clothing, they'll say all of y'all turned away. They won't put themselves in it. Remember, they are the most Kadash. They collect tithes and offering in the name of Louis. Louis, don't you let me forget Louis. Don't let me forget Louis. Okay, class. I forgot Louis. All right, class. We went over Torah. This is for the online class. This is for the family online. We went through Torah. I have a question. I need answers from the ones online. Here is the question. The offering. When we bring our offering, who handles the offering? Can someone answer me?
The sons of Louis.
Absolutely. So, they said Yahusha was the offering. Who handled Yahusha? Who handled him? Romans. Wicked men. Wicked men handle him. So wait a minute. So they handled what the Christian says, a lamb that was pure. What happens to when the father see a lamb being handled by a wicked one? It's defiled. It is defiled. See, son, you know that because your foot's been planted in Torah. But someone in Christianity, they don't know that. And I hate to say it, the ones in the camps, they don't know that. Their foot purposely have not been planted in Torah. When the other nation touched this lamb, it's polluted, it's defiled, and the Father would look at it as an abomination. It can't be offered up. How can he be our ultimate offering? How is it? It's a lie, family. It is a lie. They can't touch the offering. Look at this. Watch this. All the other 11 sons, they've been cleansed. They kadash. They can't even handle the offering.
You know, even when Abraham was about to, he was about to go through the offering, he did it a certain way.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, it is a certain way you handle it. Listen.
He was about to do the knife thing, not just, hang him up and torture him.
Yeah, it's a certain way it has to be done. And
they did it their way.
They did it their way. They don't know the Most High's way. You can't give a perfect lamb to them. See, we have our foot planted in Torah and we know better. We know Torah. That's our foundation.
The crucifixion that they did to a lot of people. There were other people up there.
There were other people. He died around the other people. They did it there. Listen, that was not the Most High doing this. Let's keep going. We're almost going ahead ourselves now. Just had to bring that point out. Who handles? I told you before we finish this message, you're going to understand where we're going here.
Okay, I think I'm still on 6.
Yeah.
And Yahuah has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
So, see that? The people's iniquity laid upon him. How did Yahuah lay it upon him? It was his job to get them back to the Father. He laid the iniquities of Yasharah on Moshe.
He was oppressed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth, and he was led as a lamb to the slaughter.
So this is where to get the lamb from. He was led as a lamb. He's not a lamb. He's not a lamb. He's led as a lamb to the slaughter. Where did the Father, come on, Where did the Father say that we must offer a human for an offering? All right, we're going to see that. Hold it. We're going to see that. See, when we finish this, there shouldn't be any questions of why he truly came. And we have to adjust that teaching that we once received. You can't forget it. Other Christians come to you 5-10 years later. You're going to always remember he died for all mankind iniquity.
And as a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment. Who would declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living.
Cut off from the land of the living.
For the transgressions of my people he was stricken.
That because they were wicked. This is the statement I made. You see, I already knew this. My background. I already knew all of this. I already knew what was in Torah. And I knew what the deal was. I knew why he died. Why they killed him. It's not because of what. Look, none of the Christians says he died because of wicked people. If they taught that, that would be in us. But that is not in us. And so I said something different that kind of shook us.
And they made his grave with the wicked, but with the rich at his death, because he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased Yahuah to bruise him. He has put him to grief.
All right, hold it. All right, we had to zero in on this. See, when we read this, my son and I, look at this. Now watch verse 10. Yet it pleased. I got to read this. You just read this. Now I got to read this. It pleased Yahuah to bruise him. This is difficult for me to read this. See, your ruach should be turning over right now. Some of your ruachs, it's turning over right now. What the heck is this? Thank you. That's it. That's it. We're going to see it. I'm going to show you the verse. Yet it pleased Yahuah to bruise him. This did not please Yahuah. Who put this here? See, so we had to go back. And we had to look what is really here. And it didn't say it pleased Yahuah to crush him. He's righteous. Watch this. If it pleased Yahuah, that means Yahuah is wicked. And that means he liked it when the prophets died as well. It didn't please, it never pleased the Most High for the wicked to slaughter the righteous.
That's actually one of the things he hates, the bloodshed of innocence.
He hates the blood. See, your foot, he's my son quoting Torah. He hates the bloodshed of innocence. He didn't send him to be killed. He never sent a prophet to be killed. But our people killed him. If he was to send a prophet to America, which he wouldn't, but if he was to send a prophet to America, if he sent Yahusha to America, to any church, any camp, they would be ready to kick him out. Get this little man out of here. It's something wrong with him. He need to be in an institution. They wouldn't stone or kill him because, we're too weak for that. That's not our tradition right now. They changed, they made us so weak. We don't know judgment. That's judgment. They were carrying out judgment. In their mind, they were killing the wicked.
When you make his soul an offering for iniquity.
When you make his soul an offering for iniquity. See, we was like, what in the world is this? Yes, something wrong, family. Newsflash, this is not in the great Isaiah scroll that was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Is it not, son?
To be truthful, it's not even in the Masoret text.
They wanted to make this Christian friendly. Open up your KJV, open up your 16 KJV, open up your Geneva, open up all of them. It is Christian friendly. It is Christian friendly, anti-Yasharal. Anti-Yasharal Christian friendly. This is what it is.
He shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahuah shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors. And he bore the iniquity of many, and made intercession for the transgressors.
So he was numbered. They call him a wicked one. He was numbered with the transgression. He poured out his soul unto death. The prophets did the same thing. They poured out their soul, speaking the words of the Father until their death. They continually did this. And he was praying for his people. All right, let's see some of this.
Interesting. I'm trying to realize there wasn't a mitzvah out there for the offering.
No, that's the Father's way. They didn't operate the Father's way. Remember, they operated in a wicked way. And all Christians accepted it. Thank you for that point. He said they didn't even use a mitzvah. My son is right. They didn't use a mitzvah. They used a tree. They used a stake. And the Christians said we want this to be the cross, the T for Tammuz. You know, she's our female mighty one of Shamaim. Yeah, that's a female.
That's kind of sad.
John 1:29.
The next day John saw Yahusha coming toward him, and said, Behold, the Lamb of Yahuah, who takes away the iniquity of the world.
So we see him saying, behold the Lamb. He's referring to him as a lamb. The Lamb being like a lamb. He's likened unto a lamb. He's not a lamb. The Lamb of the Most High who takes away the iniquity of the world. So how did he take it away? Look, Moshe came in. Yahusha was waddling in iniquities. They didn't keep Shabat. Did Yahusha keep Shabat when they was in it? No. Did they keep Torah? No. So he delivered them using Moshe, the deliverer. He delivered them from their iniquity. And it was Moshe that brought that word that will take away the iniquity of Yahusha. So here is the one that came with the correct teaching that will take away the iniquity of the people. This is why he was called the deliverer. This is why Moshe is known as a deliverer. His name is Yahusha. Hushanu. We say Hushanu before every class. We say the prayer in Aubrey. We say Hushanu. Deliver us. This is what Husha means in Aubrey. Deliverer. He did his job. Matthew 23:37.
O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the one who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her.
Listen at this.
How-
Oh Jerusalem, the one, you know I gotta expound on this. The one who kills the prophet, the prophets were men of the Most High. They were speaking words of righteousness for the people. They would speak words, things that was to come. The problem was some of the people didn't want to hear some of the things to come. What we tell the people that they coming, they come to the channel. They be like, they don't want to hear that. If you don't want to hear it, it's not for you. Leave. Don't come. Don't come. They hear famine and death among Gui. This is what's coming. War. Nations against nations with guns in their hands. They don't want to hear this. Oh, sorry, we see it being played out already. Jacob's trouble coming. And what we're dealing with right now, the message we had last week, pursued by the serpent. This is the message we had in our Shabbat class. Pursued by the serpent. I had all my tabs up. I was going to put that up online, and I was stopped.